Hello, you're tuned in to KRFC 88.9 FM, and this is Live at Lunch RadioVision coming at you straight from the Ginger and Baker studio in the Music District in Fort Collins, Colorado. We're very excited today to have a super sweet pop, jazz, soul kind of thing going on, and let's take a listen to Pamela Machala Band. Hit it!
Can I love you and not overthink it, not overthink it, not overthink it? Can I love you and just let it be? Can I love you and not worry about it, worry about it, worry about it? Can I let this feeling bloom inside of me? Can I love you and I wanna own you? Can I not wanna own you? Can I tell you, let you be you? Can I love you and I try to change you? Can I not try to change you? Can I let you be you and let me be me? Oh, I want something simple, even though I know it's not that simple. So let me start with something simple, just to wake up every morning thinking, what can I do to make you? What can I do to make you? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make you smile? I said, what can I do to make you? What can I do to make you? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make you smile? Can I love you and I try to shield you? Can I not try to shield you? Can I tell the truth and let you get burned? Can I love you and not take you for granted? Take you for granted, take you for granted, even after the years have made it seem like there's nothing left to learn. Oh, I can't make you happy. Nobody else can make us happy. So I pray that you are happy. But the only thing I'll ask myself is, what can I do to make you? What can I do to make you? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make you smile? I said, what can I do to make you? What can I do to make you? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make you smile? What can I do to make you smile? What can I do to make you smile? That was Something Simple, the title track off of my last full-length album, available for streaming wherever you like to listen to music. And I like to call that one my relationship prayer. It is a reminder to myself to know what we can and can't do for others. We may not be able to control someone else's happiness, but the small things really matter. And this next song is called After All These Years. When you see the same face every day, pretty soon the novelty can fade. The peppering of freckles on your nose like I don't notice. After all these years, it surprises me how much I still like looking at you, looking at you. Let me say right here, it delights me just how much I still like looking at you, looking at you, looking at you. When there's something heavy on my mind, I can bring it to you every time. You tell it straight, no mirrors and no smoke. Patience wrapped around you like a cloak. And when I least expect it, you crack me up, you know it doesn't get old, even as we get older. After all these years, it surprises me how much I still like talking to you, talking to you. Let me say right here, it delights me just how much I still like talking to you, talking to you, talking to you. I still like talking to you, talking to you, talking to you. Walking down the street together, sneaking beers into the movie theater, frying bacon by the pound, blaming someone else when you fart, and chasing after ducks in the park. With all this Michigan around, you keep me on solid ground. After all these years, it surprises me how much I still like looking at you, looking at you. Let me say right here, it delights me just how much I still like looking at you, looking at you, talking to you. You still like looking at me, and talking to me. I still like looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. When you see the same face every day.
All right, Pamela Machala Band here on KRFC. Thanks so much for joining us today and live at lunch. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Feeling
So
good? Feeling tight?
So good to be
It's
here
a
with you.
super tight band. You sound really good in this room. Thanks for coming. I thought we'd start with some band intros, maybe. We'll go around clockwise if that works for everybody. We'll start with Pamela right here. On the keys and the Vox. Question for you. What is one song, just off the top of your head, one song that you remember just blowing your mind the first time you heard it? Made you like love music even more? Can be recent. It can be the first song that you remember. hearing
Let's
it.
go with Bottle It Up by Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles, Bottle It Up. Awesome. What do you love about that song?
When I first heard Sweet Sarah on the radio, nope, it wasn't on the radio. It was in the days of CD Baby,
Oh, yeah.
circa 2007. I was just instantly blown away by how she had melded like the genres that I really loved. It was poppy, it was soulful, it's like a little jazzy, like really story-driven sort of folk
Yeah.
lyrics, and
That lit a fire in you.
lit a fire.
I think you already had a fire. You said, well, I guess the opposite. You had a quote I saw about fish and water. You were always surrounded by music, and so you can't remember kind of when you fell in love with music, I guess, or you were just always playing it. What was your first instrument that you played?
My first instrument was actually, bizarrely, violin for 1 year when I was 4.
Yeah.
And then I switched to piano, and that was a much better fit.
Never looked back.
Yeah. Yeah. So really, it's piano.
It's working out for you. That's awesome. When did you start singing? Was singing something you just always did too?
Yes,
part of
to some
part of
degree.
life.
I started singing in choir and at home when no one could hear me, like when I was really little. I didn't actually sing in front of people till I was like 21.
Okay.
And that was, it's been a long journey to feel like I'm a proper vocalist. But yeah, I've always loved to sing.
Yeah. It's hard to get up in front of people the first time. Some people are born with it.
Totally.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Keep going around the circle. We have J.J. Jones on the drums. Does anybody ever call you Triple J?
Yeah, I've been JoJo.
It's your wrestler name.
George. That's another one. Just
I like that. Well, what about you? Do you recall a song that just absolutely blew your mind that made you fall even deeper in love with music, or first song that made you fall in love with music?
I was like sitting here while Pamela was talking, like,
You
what
got
did I
now.
say?
You got to
What did
think
I
about it.
say?
But I'm
You know,
going to
just
change
like-
the question. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just like so
I'll give you
many
all time.
songs. And what came immediately to mind is like Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
huge Neil Peart fan, so
Yeah.
you know, definitely, huge idol of mine. Keith Moon, you know, definitely John Bonham, Stuart Copeland.
The
Yeah.
Monsters.
We Amanda and I share a love of prog rock from
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah, I
so
heard you
certainly
talking about
that. Kind of technical drumming, for sure, blew
That's
my
awesome.
mind.
Awesome. And you, you have another project that you play with, correct?
Here locally, yeah, I've
Yeah.
toured nationally and all sorts of stuff. But right now, locally, yeah, that's called Katie Wise and Bhakti Explosion. So it's kirtan music, which is a first for me. It's kind of spiritual music with chanting, but she has like a singer-songwriter Americana take on it. So it's kind of like a mixture of English and chanting. So, but yeah, we're going to play E-Town Presents on June 20th. So
Awesome.
we're pretty excited about that.
And can our
Yeah.
listeners hear some of that on the internet?
Absolutely,
So they
yep.
can, on the social media
Yeah,
or whatever?
go to Spotify, Katie Wise and Bhakti Explosion.
Wise.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then you also have a drum education project. You
I
mentioned.
do, yeah. That's kind of one of my passions is educate, I'd say it, empowering women through playing drums. So my company's called empowerdrumming.com. So it's like drum coaching for women, you know,
Nice.
especially adult women who, you know, always wanted to play and were either not allowed or felt
Yeah.
afraid or they're not good enough. So that's kind of the empower part of it. So yeah, I love it. It's all online.
That's
So-
awesome. It's an
Yeah, thanks for
alternative to
asking.
kickboxing.
Say that again?
It's an alternative to kickboxing.
Totally. Awesome release.
Exactly.
For sure. I'm here to say.
That's awesome. And you're located in Denver, Boulder? Or?
Erie, actually.
Erie,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's all online. So
Okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
all online.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But thanks for asking.
Yeah, no problem. Pamela, and I forgot to. Are you based out of Boulder?
Lafayette.
Lafayette, close enough. They all kind of go together there. I worked in Louisville for a long time, so I know that area. And then we have Kate Farmer on the backup vocals there. I did want to say before I ask you any questions, though, sometimes when you two are singing together, it sounds like way more than two people.
That's cool to hear.
It's amazing, and I don't know if it's just this room and where I'm standing and getting it all, but it sounds like there's like 3-4 people in sometimes, and I'm just like, wait a minute, is somebody else singing? So
That's really cool to hear.
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought you
know.
were going to comment on the loving looks that we give each other while
Yes,
we're
I
singing
mean-
together.
that's all
talk
part of
about
it.
That's part of it.
That's
Synced
why it
up.
multiplies. It's the eye contact.
Yeah. What about you? Any songs that you can recall that just absolutely blew
Yeah,
your mind?
I mean, so many, but I started thinking too, like right when he asked you, what first came to mind was Paul Simon, Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes.
Oh yeah.
And that whole Graceland album is my favorite album of all time. My family I grew up with us like listening to that on road trips and all singing harmonies.
Yeah.
And, but I'm trying to think of what it was about that song. It's the harmony, you know, and sort of the very like the spaciousness of it. And yeah, I'm just a huge Paul Simon fan, and
Yeah.
I think that he's inspired me like lyrically and in the way that he like experiments.
Yeah,
Doesn't
a lot of
necessarily
experimentation. Did you
conform to the
read
genre.
his book or listen to his book?
No, actually.
It's really good.
Okay. I can look it up.
I can't. I think it might only be available on Audible. I don't know.
I'll look for it though.
But it's
Does he narrate
fantastic.
it himself?
Yeah, it was him, and it's actually no, it might only be Audible. It's him and Malcolm Gladwell.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a conversation slash history of Paul Simon, but it's phenomenal, and he digs really deep into that album and what happened. Like so many things about that album that I didn't know.
Yeah,
with
I'll have to check
apartheid and
that
everything like that,
backstory.
and it's really really cool.
Yeah. Cool.
one to listen to. You, speaking of harmonies, you sing a lot, which probably this was inspired by Paul Simon and singing in your car or whatever. With your sister,
Yeah.
you sing a lot with your sister as well, right?
Yeah, so when I first started playing music out, like it's probably been about 10 years ago now. My sister was teaching herself to play guitar and to write songs, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. And so we started playing out as the Farmer Sisters, and we did that for many years. And we still play together, but we have we're trying to each do our separate thing. Like we
Yeah.
have different styles, and then it's even more fun when we come together to play.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Because it gives you time to sing with a lot of other people. Who else are you
Yeah.
singing? I know that I think this is your first time at KRFC,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
a lot of bands that you frequently sing with have come through in like the
Yeah.
last year. Who else are you
I noticed
singing alongside?
that. Yeah. So it sort of changes over time. I have some chronic health conditions, and so it's perfect for me to sort of drop in sometimes, but not really be a full part of the band, so that I can focus on my health.
Mm-hmm.
But I sing with Pamela. I sing with Antonia Lopez. Sometimes with Sturts. Fox Feather is another one.
Oh yeah, Fox Feather's great.
And then I'm trying to think of who else. I've done a lot of like session work, so I like doing the backup singer for hire thing. And I've been on some Gasoline Lollipops
Gas
tunes, some Bonnie and Taylor Sims recordings that I don't know if they're going to release. Actually, I'm like, oh,
You'll get that money on the back end like way down the line.
yeah, I
when
don't know.
They're releasing their
I would
archives.
do it for free. For them. Oh my God. Yeah, I love them. But anyway, yeah, I just love singing. I love blending voices. I have a choir background,
Nice.
and my voice is really my main instrument. And I do my own thing solo, and I have a band that we're playing some shows. And yeah, so trying to focus on my
Awesome.
own stuff after taking a break.
Super cool. Awesome. And then next we have Adrian Osborne, a.k.a. Adrian O.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about you? Same question.
Yeah, gosh.
Mind-blowing music.
I know. Well, when you mentioned Graceland, that brought like memories of all those LPs that I used to play from my dad's collection. So I definitely loved Graceland, but that reminded me of Purple Rain and When Doves Cry. Yeah. Before that, I was thinking much earlier. Like the first song that came to mind for me was much later in time than that. It's Born Slippy by Underworld. I was really into electronic music for a long, long time. Loved to go dancing and just loved like that insanity of like
the powerful bass.
Yeah. So a lot of influences like all of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part when you have a group of people in a room and start saying like, what's the song that blew your mind, or what's like the band you're listening to? It changes like with each person.
Yeah. Ask me next week.
Exactly. I asked one time we went around and just asked everybody, what's your favorite Beatles song right now? Like just this moment.
moment in
What do you want to hear? And so you're in another project. You're the head of Adrian O.
Yeah,
and
that's what I call my music project.
Yep.
I'm in,
rocking and
we are resuming playing out and making music now after a few years hiatus, because we were most active in the early 20-teens, and we're being featured on another local radio station this month. So that kicked my songwriting into high gear.
Yeah.
We're writing new stuff, super excited. We have a show at the Hard Rock Cafe on June 30th.
nice.
It's the first time in a while. So I have that.
That's
I also,
in Denver, right?
In Denver, right.
Yeah.
And I also play bass for Cody Qualls and the Brand New Ancients.
Okay.
And I play Stevie Nicks in a tribute band called the Petty Nicks Experience. So
Super cool.
I could have a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's a full schedule right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Keeping you busy.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And are you based out of Denver then, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Denver now. I lived in Boulder for a long time, but I live in Denver now.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people live in Boulder for a little while. And then they all
14
go in
years.
different directions.
I did stay there a while,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Then we have Amanda Morin on guitar over here. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Did you have time to figure out the song that that blew
Yeah.
your mind?
Yeah,
for
it gave
today?
me a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw another Rush song onto the pile. Mine is La Villa Strangiato by
Oh,
Rush.
nice.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
What age did you start like digging into Rush?
Oh man, I was probably like 14 or 15, because prior to that, I only listened to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And, so that was like, it was quite a shock. And I love music. I love all music.
Everything.
I still love everything, but that was music unlike I'd ever heard before, and it kind of tells a story from start to finish. And it was like, this is what I've been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just automatically shift in everything musical in your life.
Truly, yeah. Because prior to that, I was like singer-songwriter, like
Yeah.
acoustic guitar, Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
carbon copy, basically. And then I started getting into prog, and I was like, oh, I have to.
Just, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff. The stuff that, it's beyond my capabilities to create music like that, but I'm so glad that you're able to. And do you have any other projects you work with? I did see, I think you have some music online.
I do, probably. I have to, that's a good reminder to delete that song. I have other stuff in development. I am working on a band which will be called Aeronautics.
Okay.
And then releasing just a couple of other songs that didn't fit into that within the next, 6 months or so.
Cool.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on social media. Mm-hmm. All right. Amanda Morin right there. Well, there's the band, Pamela Machala Band. And you want to play a couple more songs, and then we'll keep chatting?
Yeah.
Awesome. What do we got next?
Next up, we have a song about my 1.5-year-old cattle dog mix. Her name is Otimus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you wake up in the morning like a bat out of hell, and I'm always kind of groggy, but you're clear as a bell, and your excitement is contagious like it's casting a spell on me. When you run outside for the first time every day, and the sunlight and the fresh air make you frolic and play. Yeah, you dance like you're in your own little furry ballet for me. Oatie baby, Oatie baby, Oatie baby, you're the one for me. Well, your tongue is long and your attention span's short, and your side eye is notorious whenever you're bored, and you freaking hate the bathtub, but you're still a good sport for me. And your tail's a little paintbrush that's been dipped in white, and when you run, it's like a cannonball taking flight. And when you snuggle up, nothing ever felt so right to me. Oatie baby, Oatie baby, Oatie baby, you're the one for me. Oatie has a song that she sings to me every day. If you've got a furry friend at home, you might relate. It goes like this. I wanna go out, I wanna come in. 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 Oatie baby,
Oatie? What was the name of that song? Oatie
Baby.
Baby.
Yep.
I like that one.
Thanks.
I wrote during the quarantine. Me and my son wrote a song for our dog too,
I love
called Quarantine Dog.
songs. Oh, quarantine
Like a
dog.
normal dog, but quarantine dog.
Like a superhero type of situation.
No, just about.
Quarantine dog.
We were just with a dog all the time, so she just was like wanted to go out and in. That's the entire song is about her wanting to go out and then we walk the dog. It's like it's a minute and a half. It's a family kid song, but awesome.
Love it.
Do you want to play us another song?
Yeah.
What do you got
we're
for us?
We're going to play a song called Pilot Light. Slow it down a bit. And let's see what to say about this song. This one's a little older. It was on a record I put out back in 2015. And it's one of the ones that's stuck around. Sunday nights are blue. Sunday's always hard on you. The week is like an elevator that only brings you down. But I am here beside you, on that you can depend. And I'll use everything I've got to lift you up again. Let me be your pilot light. Let me help you reignite. Let me be your pilot light. Let me be your pilot light. Let me help you reignite. Let me be your pilot light. Let me be your pilot light. Once an eager child, you had dreams of being grown. But somehow it seems bleaker now. The choices are your own. No, you are not alone in this. I'm walking that road too. Hand in hand, I have no doubt that we will see it through. Let me be your pilot light. Let me help you reignite. Let me be your pilot light. Let me be your pilot light. Let me help you reignite. Let me be your pilot light. Let me be your pilot light. Oh, oh, It's okay, let's talk about it. And if you don't feel like talking, that's cool too. But please believe what I know is true. That spark you're looking for, it's right inside you. Sunday nights are blue. Sundays, they're still hard on you. But I don't care, I'm proud of you. You got everything you need. Let me be your pilot light. Let me help you reignite. Let me be your pilot light.
It Light with Pamela Machala Band here on KRFC RadioVision live at lunch. It sounds amazing in here. Thanks so much for playing. And if you are listening but you want to see this amazing band play, remember to check out KRFC YouTube, the RadioVision YouTube page, and get to see all these amazing artists sing and play instruments for us. It's pretty awesome. I just wanted to talk about, in general, just like the overall feel that I get from like listening and just some of the conversation we have.
Tell us what genre we are, because I still am trying to figure that
well,
out.
I was thinking about that on the way over. Once again, when you're swimming in it, you have no idea what you're swimming in. It's like I hear you leaning more on the jazzy side of pop and soul, kind of. Some of your songs actually remind me of one of my friends, May Erlewine. I don't know if you've ever heard May.
I love her music.
Yeah.
Do you know her? That's so
Yes,
cool.
she's a good friend from
Wow.
back in the mitten.
I love that record that Theo Katzman just produced.
Yes, yeah. all the last one, the last couple that Theo did, and the one with Woody Goss. Have you heard that one? Yes, phenomenal. But some of that's like the vibe I was thinking of, because she used to be more Americana, but you don't have the Americana feel. You have more of her newer style with Theo and Woody kind of feel to it. And that's what I was thinking of on the way here when I was listening. That's what it reminds me of. And I'm like, I don't know where that sits, but it's like, it's got that sweet like backbeat, and some of them even have like the kind of almost break beats, but it's real loose and fluid. But I feel like your songwriting and then some of the other conversations we have had everything's very intentional. Like, and what I mean by that is, and we won't dig into it too far, but you have a degree in philosophy, but you also have a degree in piano performance, where you obviously learn how to put together songs, probably, and like, or at least learn pieces of how things fit together really well. And I can hear that in your songs when you stepped out before we started and the band played without you singing or playing piano. Just the composition of the song I thought was really amazing. And so moving on beyond that, the intentionality, also it's an all-female band. And you had mentioned, it sounded like that was very intentional too, for representation purposes. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you all got together and kind of how the group came together to form this super awesome crew?
Sure. So I've had several iterations over the years of the Pamela Machala Band, and they've all been great and really fun. And over COVID, there was, the Great Reset. I started thinking a lot about how what can I do to sort of use the small power I have as a band leader to change the world for the better and kind of bring in things I would like to see more of. And I felt like there was a real lack of representation, especially on instruments like drums and bass and electric guitar. And I was like, I want the Pamela Machala Band to be all female.
Nice.
And I dreamed it, and then I connected with JJ at song school, and Adrian I had known from a while back. I took voice lessons with her.
Awesome.
Amanda, we just met pretty recently through a mutual friend. Kate, when did we meet?
I have no idea.
Ages ago? Song school, something? But
Boulder in the Round, probably.
Probably Boulder in the Round.
Yeah.
And just sort of started playing together and
Nice.
really loving what came of it.
Awesome. Do you practice in a garage, or what's your
JJ
rehearsal
is
space?
kind enough to let us rehearse at her place.
I live in a
Nice.
carriage house. It's kind of it's above a garage.
It is a garage.
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
You're a garage band? That's cool.
totally.
Got the bona fides there.
Or the second
Legit.
story garage band. It's like a little classier.
That's awesome.
We're above the garage.
That's great. When I first
funny.
moved to Boulder, I had a drummer live above me in an apartment complex. So I imagine most people would move into that situation and be like, this is terrible. But I was like, hey, do you want to come play music? And then he was my drummer for
Awesome.
That worked out.
for many, many years. I guess he still is my drummer. He just lives on the other side of the state. It's hard to get together. And that's awesome. So, but you also came out with, during the pandemic, is 2020, is when Something Simple came out. So you released it in September, was it?
October.
October.
2020, yep.
Okay. And so that kind of feels like the depths or the heights of of the pandemic. How did that happen? Like, what was that process like, dealing with trying to get an album out when a lot of people were just stuck at home?
Well, frankly, it kind of sucked, but
Yeah. Did you just plan it and then you're just like, I'm not going to take
well,
it back now?
I had
or-
been planning for a spring 2020 release,
Yeah.
and then the pandemic hit, and at some point during the year, I was like, I've been sitting on these songs for a while, and I just want to put it out in the
Put it
world
out.
and look
Hopefully
forward
have
to the
somebody
next thing.
smile.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was one of the quotes in your bio too. You can't make somebody happy, but you can make them smile. So I'm sure you brought a lot of smiles when people were stuck at home or
Hope so. That's the goal.
with glass between them and their friends or whatever. So that's awesome. Did you do any sort of like online release party or anything? Or
I did a live stream release show. Yeah.
okay, cool. That go well?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've never had to deal with that, but so many artists went in so many different directions with their albums. Like, so many people were like ready to release albums right when the pandemic hit, and then some people, they're like, I'm just never going to release it. And then other people like you finally were just like, you know what? Just got to get it out in the world and move on with my life, start writing new songs or something. Well, that's awesome. Let's see. We've got about 20 some minutes left. Why don't we play a couple more songs and then we'll chat maybe about what's coming, what's on the horizon. And once again, this is Pamela Machala Band, and playing some Live at Lunch with us here on KRFC 88.9 FM. All right.
One, two, 3, 4. My friend is green, but he's not jealous, and he doesn't care about recycling. My friend can't sew, but he can mend most anything, and he doesn't care about the clothes you wear. Tonight, we're gonna hang out, maybe talk philosophy. Tonight, we're gonna take the scenic route, my friend and me. Tonight, we'll leave it all behind. My friend is quiet, but he's good in a crowd, good in a crowd. He taught Casanova everything he knows. My friend is hot, but he's not conceited, and he's short, but he don't let that bother him. Tonight, we're gonna hang out, maybe get something to eat. Tonight, we're gonna take the scenic
Maybe watch some NBC tonight. We're gonna take the scenic route. Oh, my friend and me. Tonight, we're gonna hang out. Maybe watch some NBC tonight. We're gonna take the scenic route. Oh, my friend and me. Tonight we'll leave it all behind. Leave it all behind.
Awesome. My Little Green Friend with Pamela Machala Band. Why don't you play us one more right now, and then we'll do some chatting. What do you got for us?
Sounds great. This is a song inspired by a scene in the movie La La Land.
Awesome.
And it's about how being an artist is a whole lot of rejection. And you do it again and again and again, and you think, I can't possibly keep doing this. And then at some point, you're like, this is worth all that heartache. It's called Bleeding Me Dry. I can't do this anymore, I'm giving up. I can't take it anymore, it hurts too much. I had plans and hopes and grandiose dreams for miles, but my dreams are bleeding me dry. My dreams are bleeding me dry. Maybe I was wrong about myself. Maybe I was born to do something else. Oh, it kills me just to talk about it. 'Cause I don't know who I'd be without it. No, I don't know how much longer I can risk my heart. Am I too old? Oh, missing some vital part. I don't know if I'll ever be good enough. And it feels like forever I've been hanging tough. And I can't do this anymore, I'm giving up. I can't take it anymore, it hurts too much. I had plans and hopes and grandiose dreams for miles, but my dreams are bleeding me dry. My dreams are bleeding me dry. Maybe I should quit while I'm behind. Maybe you don't quit, you only change your mind. Oh, what if I changed and it don't matter like it used to? What will I do? What will I do? What will I do? I don't know. 'Cause I never loved nothing else this hard. Giving it up would be like sawing off my arm. I don't know if I'll love like this again or carry my regret until the end. But I can't do this anymore, I'm giving up. I can't take it anymore, it hurts too much. I had plans
All right. Bleeding Me Dry. Pamela Machala Band here on KRFC. Live at lunch. Before that was My Little Green Friend. Sounds like a lot of fun. I wanted to talk about now, well, speaking of that last song, Bleeding Me Dry, yeah, being an artist is tough, as you all know. Whether it's one person bumming you out at a show, or yeah, just you're putting yourself out there, you're putting your art out there, something that you put so much effort into, and then you get knocked down by venue after venue or whatever. You know, there's so many different ways you can get rejected. Does a song like that, do you have a specific songwriting style or a process that you do, or like did you come up with that line? Or did you come up with the idea and then fill it in? Do you have a normal process that you go to for songwriting?
It's kind of different every time.
Different every time?
Yeah. So my favorite thing that happens to me, sometimes I feel like it's the thing of you're the channel and not the person creating it, right?
Yeah.
So my favorite thing is the combo package of like chords and lyrics and melody just arrive together and they're like, here I am.
Easy.
And that kind of happened
open
with
up
this
the
chorus.
gift and it's
yeah,
there.
exactly. You open up the gift and you're like,
This is what I needed.
all the things are together.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just a riff that I think is cool.
Yeah.
And the song comes from that. Or often I'll start with a title. I write from a title a lot. So it varies.
Varies each time. Yeah, it's beautiful when you can when it all comes and you're like 15 minutes later you got a song.
Yeah.
And it's all ready for you and everything. Do you journal and stuff a lot to help get lyrics out, or is it very free form and then you put it together, or yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's a Denver artist named Joel Ansett who I really like, and he said something along the lines of, "Don't write a lyric, journal, and then find a lyric."
Find it.
And that's the way.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just got to dig through everything again.
Yeah.
And go back through all the stuff, all the cell phone notes and
Totally.
10 different notebooks, and you're like, I know it's somewhere. I wrote something about this thing.
Cocktail napkin.
Spent a whole evening looking for that line.
Poster.
Are you working on some new music then? Or you got some new songs you're
Yes.
piecing together for us?
Yeah, we've got some new music in the works. We're going to be going into the studio next month.
Nice.
And yeah, hopefully putting out some new stuff later this year.
Super cool. What studio?
Mighty Fine Productions in Denver.
Okay. Is that where you did Something Simple as well?
It is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't been to that one.
Yeah, great studio.
Good place?
Yeah.
Is that the one that, where is that one? I'm trying to think. Somebody was talking about it the other day.
38th Avenue.
East 38th. Okay. Cool. And do you plan on just going in like a week? Or is this going to be like a sprawling months process to piece things together
We're
with
gonna
time, or
we're gonna go in and just do a single to start
Okay.
and kind of just go from there.
feel it out?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us the name of the song?
It's a surprise.
That's a great song
Stay
name. I
tuned.
love it.
Stay
it's
tuned.
a surprise. Well, awesome. Well, you also have some upcoming shows, which is super exciting. June 25th, you're going to be in Fort Collins. That's June 25th, 2023 for everybody in the future. You're going to be at Avogadro's Number. You want to tell us about that one? That one's super exciting.
Yes, I'm super excited. I'm opening for my dear friend Danielle Ate the Sandwich,
Yeah.
who is returning to her old stomping ground of Fort Collins. And unfortunately, I won't be able to have the band for that one. It'll just be solo, but I'm really stoked to support and hear Danielle again. She's one of my favorite
great.
singer-songwriters and
Fantastic.
awesome person.
Interesting songwriter. She's super goofy.
She's a straight-up stand-up comedian.
That's so awesome. And then also you had in the book something cool going on in Boulder. You want to tell us about that? That's September 9th.
Yes, we're going to be doing a Stone Cottage series show Saturday, September 9th in Boulder. And that'll be a really fun one. It's an outdoor backyard, bring your own blanket kind of show, and
Cool.
really cozy and intimate, and
Yep.
looking forward to that one.
September 9th in Boulder at Stone Cottage. And that's with the full band, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. And we had some other shows coming up. Do you all want to plug your shows for your projects?
I forgot earlier,
Kate?
of course.
Oh yeah, we try to hit it all, but we don't always.
Yeah,
nail it.
so I'm going to be playing Gold Hill Inn on Mother's Day, May 14th.
Nice.
And my sister's going to be there playing as well because my mom wouldn't have it any other way. So it's going to be me, my sister,
Beautiful.
and Kyle Donovan.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Adrian, did you have
No, I just mentioned the Hard Rock on
Hard
June
Rock
30th.
on June 30th?
The next show I'm playing is going to be before this comes out, so
Yeah.
might as well not mention it. If you want to go back in time, you can see
Yeah.
Cody Qualls at
Back in
Macy's.
time. Gonna go back in time. JJ, did you have any other shows coming up?
That one I mentioned, so
That
June
was
20th,
June
2023
20th at E-Town.
Presents, yep, with Sean
Awesome.
Johnson and Katie Wise and Bhakti Explosion.
Awesome. And Amanda, did you have any shows coming up? We're just waiting for more music.
Just waiting, yeah, check back in like 2025 and maybe
Okay.
I'll have something.
That's how I feel a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we got about 9 minutes or so. Why don't we? Why don't I say thank you to the audio and visual team we got going on here. We have Andy Howes and Colton Boening on sound today, and then we have Jeremy Smith, and we have Eric on video. And thank you guys so much. You guys do a great job every week. We appreciate you. And yeah, that's all for that. Beautiful Ginger and Baker studio here. Why don't you play another song for us real quick?
This is a song called To Open Yours that I like to refer to as my JOMO song. So FOMO is the fear of missing out. JOMO is the joy of missing out. When you have something you like and you're not trying to look at the infinity of options and chase after them, you're just like, I'm content. This is where I want to stay. So let's celebrate missing out, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the tip of my tongue and I'm searching for the perfect words. Heart is flickering quick in my chest like a hummingbird. Whatever comes our way now, for better or worse. Oh, I'm in it with you. I'm in it with you. Oh, I wish I had these other doors just holding
Machala Band here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. To Open Yours was the name of that one. And I think that was actually the one when I was driving here where I was like, that's very like new May Erlewine style. And I think it's that backbeat feel. She has a very specific backbeat that she's done her forever. So I think that was the one where I was like, that's what it reminds me of. And with Theo on guitar, I think that was the one that really like pulled it all together for me in my brain. Well, thank you so much for coming. We have time for
Thank you
one
so
more
much for
song.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for chatting. Hope it was awesome for you. It sounds really good in here, so I'm super excited to hear all of this once again. And why don't we go through where's the best place to find you on the internet?
My website is pamelamachala.com. That last name is Machala. And all my socials are at Pamela Machala. Bandcamp is a great place to support your indie artists.
Yes.
And I want to just put
Today,
a plug
especially.
in again for exactly
First of the month.
That's right. That's right. I'll go and check out everyone else's projects and
Yeah, I
just so
was going to
grateful to-
mention going to your social media, just so everybody doesn't have to say their social media account, going to your social media. One of your most recent posts has everybody, I think, tagged in it.
That's
So
right. Aaron's
it's a
tagged.
good way to get all of them, all the social media follows in one place for the whole band. So it's a good way to do it. Well, we got time for one more song. Thanks again for stopping at the Ginger and Baker studio here in the Music District. And what do you got to wrap up the hour here on Live at Lunch?
we're going to wrap it up with You Didn't Convince Me.
All right.
I got my hopes up and I got my hopes crushed, and I was ready to be done. All my invitations, my insinuations, you never took me up on a single one. So imagine my surprise when you looked into my eyes and said, think how good we could be. Yeah, you said it, but you didn't convince me. You didn't convince me. You didn't convince me. If you really want me, like you say you want me, then how come you never called? It's hard to believe that you really mean that when I don't see you putting any effort at all. Oh, we had you didn't convince me. No, you never convinced me, baby. And I wish you had, but you didn't.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.